Ever whisper to yourself, I should be further along by now? I've been there too. But while we can't go back, we can rewrite the future. So today, I am sharing with you what I wish I knew earlier about money and how you can still catch up starting today. Hello, beautiful ladies. Welcome. And if you are new here, my name is Dion of Dee-Lightful Wealth Creation. And on this channel, we help women over 40, over 50 to get control of their finances, even if you are starting over. My story briefly is that I've paid off over $60,000 in debt, made many mistakes along the way. And on this channel, we focus on achieving financial stability, ultimately financial independence and freedom. And I am on this journey, and I'd love for you to join me. If you've ever thought, why didn't someone teach me this when I was younger? You're absolutely not alone. But here's the truth. You don't need perfect timing, you just need today. So let's dive into the 6 biggest lessons I wish I'd learned earlier and how you can take action starting today. Lesson 1, living within your means is everything. I used to think if I make more, I can spend more, but more money without a plan just leads to bigger problems. What I wish I knew, just because I qualify for it doesn't mean I can actually afford it. What you can do now, create a bare minimum budget, what you truly need to survive, especially in this economy. Then work backwards, like prioritize your saving and your debt payoff before lifestyle upgrades. Freedom comes from margin, not from stuff. Lesson 2. Credit cards are tools, not emergency funds. I used to treat credit cards as a safety net, but high interest debt, that's more like quicksand. That is not an emergency fund. It is not a safety net. What I wish I knew, paying only the minimum keeps you stuck for years. What you can do now, stop charging new expenses. Use the snowball or the avalanche method to pay off your debt. Snowball is paying the balance that is smallest first. Avalanche method is paying off the debt with the highest interest first. Build a real emergency fund, and you can start with just $500. If you can't do $500, start with $200 and begin to work up from there little by little. Even $25 a week, saving that, it adds up, and that will become your new safety net. Lesson 3, budgeting isn't restrictive, it's empowering. I used to think when I was younger that budgeting was actually just for poor people, but it turns out that rich people, they live by budgets too. What I wish I knew, budgeting tells your money where to go instead of wondering where the money actually went. What you can do now, try the 50-30-20 rule. So the 50-30-20 rule is where you spend 50% of your money on your needs, 30% on your wants, 20% on debt and saving. And if you want to really catch up, I would flip it and I would do 30% on my savings and debt payoff and 20% for the things that I want. But it's up to you. Also, you can start like the envelope method where you stuff cash and you label that envelope for the specific things that you need to help you stick with your budget. And give every dollar a job, whether it's on paper or on an app. Give every dollar an assignment. A budget gives you the permission to spend on what actually matters. If any of this is hitting home, tell me in the comments below. What do you wish you knew about money earlier? Your story just might help another woman feel less alone. And if you want to get a quick picture of what your money actually looks like, download my free Financial Clarity Starter Kit. It's in the description box below. Let's continue. Lesson number 4, the earlier you invest, the less you need to save. I didn't invest really in my 20s, and in my 30s I did a little bit, and I even made the mistake, I've shared this in a previous video, where I made the mistake of withdrawing from my retirement fund to pay off my debt, only to end up back in debt again. And that's a whole mindset thing where I've just really made a lot of mistakes. I thought investing was complicated or that I needed thousands to start. What I wish I knew, that even $50 a week grows into tens of thousands of dollars. That's the power of compound interest. I did a video recently on just using $50 a week to invest, and I'll attach that link here. What you can do now, in addition to your 401k or 403b plan with your employer, you can open up a Roth IRA with a brokerage account like Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or any of your choice. You can start with just $25 a week in an index fund or an ETF, an exchange traded fund, and automate this. Treat it like it is a bill. Have it automatically taken out of your account, withdrawn from your account, and invested into these accounts. Compound interest rewards consistency, not perfection. Lesson 5. Bigger isn't always better, especially with cars and homes. I thought success meant a big house and a new car, but those things, they came with bigger bills and even bigger stress. What I wish I knew, true wealth is having more choices, not more stuff. And what you can do now, downsize your home or your car if it's stretching your income too much, if it is feasible. And the reason why I say if it's feasible, it depends on the area where you live. I live in a high cost living area, and I've been considering downsizing our home. But when I look at the cost of the other homes that are now for sale, whether it's new construction or resale, it actually costs me more money if I was to sell my house based on the equity that I have to go and purchase. So that doesn't help me. And then I thought of downsizing to go and rent temporarily just so I can speed up the process of achieving financial independence the way I'd like. The rent costs more than my mortgage. So really think this through when you're considering downsizing, and also think about relocating. The other thing you can do is do some house hacking or rent out a room in your home. Try to explore some of those ideas. And if you really don't want somebody in your space, some of my neighbors, what they have actually done is turn their garages into studio apartments and have advertised them on Facebook Marketplace. They're rented. It's much cheaper than these people renting an apartment or a home. And these people are now able to supplement their income and help reduce their debt, reduce their mortgages. And when you've made a decision, redirect your savings towards debt payoff or investing. Small sacrifices now, they equal massive peace later. And that's what we all are striving for. Lesson 6, you can always pivot at any age. We've all thought, I'm too old to start over, but that is a lie. What I wish I knew is life doesn't end in your 40s, 50s, or even 60. If you're breathing, you've got hope, you've got options. What you can do now, learn a new skill or a side hustle to boost your income. Rework your retirement plan based on real numbers, not fear. And most of all, forgive yourself for not knowing these things earlier or for mistakes that you've made. I've had to forgive myself for those mistakes and stop dwelling on them and use them as lessons in order for me to move forward. You're not behind. You're becoming wiser and more powerful with every decision. We can't go back, but we can take back control. So you might feel like you've wasted time or you've missed your shot, but let me be clear. You're not out of time. You're just in a new chapter. And now that you know better, you can do better, because this isn't about guilt. This is about growth. So whether you're 45, 50, 60, 65, it doesn't matter. You can get out of debt, you can build wealth, and you definitely can retire with peace and dignity. Start with just one smart money move each week. Be intentional. You don't have to do this all overnight. Just don't let the past define the rest of your story. You're not too late. You're not too far behind. You're just on time for your own breakthrough. And I'm here to walk this road with you. If this encouraged you today, hit the like button, share it with another fabulous woman like yourself who needs this, and subscribe for more tips on rebuilding your finances after 40. Tell me in the comments below, what's one money truth you wish you learned earlier? Share it in the community. You just don't know that your story just might encourage someone and let them know that they are not alone on this journey as well. And don't forget to download the free Financial Clarity Starter Kit in the description box below to give you an idea of what your money picture actually is so that you can move forward on this journey. On this channel, we are making a financial comeback. Together, we are rewriting the script and building wealth, one decision at a time. Until next time, take care.